1293, 800-965-1293, 800-965-1293.
Welcome, Facebook folks.
965-1293.
Welcome to the show.
Are you behind on your taxes? The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote at 800-207-1265. 800-207-1265.
The following program does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271.
Right.
Now here's your host, Jason Bible.
2, 1.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. If you want to call on the show, 713-785-1817. If you want to get on our buyers list to buy some of our houses, text properties to 95577. That's properties to 95577. I got to be honest with you folks, got in from Vegas last night pretty late. Tom was in the studio Friday, so thanks Tom for taking up hosting duties on Friday as I was on the plane to Vegas for a conference. I sat on a panel there, networked with about 4,000 folks. It was a fantastic event. I will tell you, going from 85% humidity here in Houston to 18 is a little rough. It's just so dry. Oh my gosh. Like the first 8 hours, I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. There's that very last scene where he gets thrown out into the atmosphere of Mars and his eyes are popping out of his head. That's about the first 8 hours for me. They could have charged $1,000 for that stick of chapstick I had to buy at the hotel store, and I would have gladly paid it. Holy cow. It is so dry there. So my voice is just now coming back. You can imagine networking with 4,000 people in Vegas. I think I maybe got 6 hours of sleep for the whole weekend. So it was a really fantastic event. The guys at Fortune Builders do a fantastic job putting on events. I don't think there's anybody better than them in real estate that puts on an event. They're just that good. Great event. I got to network with a whole ton of folks across the country. I really enjoy the networking aspect. And it's not the... Part of it is I like to get ideas. What are you doing in your business? What's working? What's not? What I really like to hear is what are you doing in your business and how similar it is to what we're doing. It just validates a lot of the stuff we talk about on the radio show. And I'll give you a perfect example. When we tell you guys that it takes 40 to 60 hours of networking, of direct marketing, networking work to get a deal, or $3,000 to $5,000 in direct marketing spend, that is pretty universal. Talk to folks from New York to California, and that number was about the same, plus or minus 20%. Nobody's buying houses for $500 in yellow letters. I can tell you that right now. By the way, these are real estate investors. These are successful people. I hung out Friday night. A friend of ours, I left Houston, left my house at 4:30 in the morning, landed in Vegas 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and a friend of ours had put together a really nice dinner at the rooftop there at the Palms. And then we went to a small club afterwards. Just a great event. There in upstate New York, Philly. I'm trying to remember where else. We had a couple guys from Hawaii. And then throughout the weekend, got to talk to folks that had real estate portfolios all over the country. And I'll tell you, of the advice that I got, I don't think there was a single person that I got, some really interesting things from that didn't have or hadn't finished at least 10 to 20 houses this year. So these people are really active in real estate. And can you buy a house with, a yellow letter campaign that costs you $100? Sure. But it's pretty rare. If you're going to build a real estate business, you've got to treat it like a business. And there's costs associated with doing business. And it's having that consistent marketing channel, working with realtors, working with wholesalers, working with other investors, spending money in direct mail, online pay-per-click marketing, those sorts of things. We've got a really fun announcement I know we had talked about last week. Our 100 billboards should start going up, I think, sometime this week. Tail end of this week, early next week. You've got to spend some money in business in order to make money in business. That's just the reality of it. Can you do this business with no money or credit? Sure. But I'll tell you how you can't do this business if you've got no money, no credit, and no time. It just doesn't work. It's like trying to open a restaurant and not working in the restaurant. The reality is you've got to do something in the business. That's the reality. The other thing we talked a lot about this weekend is, what do you want? What do you want? This is critical. I sat on a panel on Sunday, right before lunch. There were 5 of us on that panel. Bob was monitoring, so there were 6 of us on stage. I don't know how many people in the room, couple hundred, could have been 1,000. It was a huge room, and it was mostly full. And we talked a lot about marketing and buying deals off MLS. Can you buy deals off MLS? Absolutely. It's, let me tell you guys a secret. Here's a secret of real estate. I always kind of joke that there's no secrets in real estate. Let me give you a secret right now about marketing. It all works. It all works. Now, some is more successful than others, and you've got to test those things. However, it all works. Can you buy houses by just driving down the street, finding a neighborhood, and knocking on doors? Absolutely. No filter, nothing. Just knock on one door, knock on the next door, knock on the next door. Can you buy houses doing that? Absolutely. You're going to put in a whole lot of time. But can you buy houses? You bet. If you look at the marketing plans we put together in our mastermind group, which meets tonight, what we're really trying to reduce the amount of time and money it takes to find a deal. Does that mean we don't invest time and money? Absolutely not. We've got to invest time or money. You've got to, part of that investment is the sacrifice required for the return. It's kind of a life thing. It's like, could I get fit doing 10 sit-ups? No, but I can tell you I'd be more fit than I was before. But you're going to have to do more than 10 to get your six-pack abs. Actually, probably not going to have to do sit-ups. You just got to eat right. But you got to start out with, what do you want? Because here's the problem. There's about 1 million ways to do this business. There's 1 million ways to do different marketing. And where I find a lot of challenges that come up in new investors' businesses, a lot of it goes directly back to, what do you want? I know Tom and I have beat this to death on this radio program, but it's the classic example of going on vacation. It's August, and you're in Houston, and you're standing out in a parking lot, and it's just rained. I think that's when the weather's the worst here in Houston. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It rained from 1:30 to 1:45. And we'll get like an inch of rain. and it'll cool off a little bit, but the humidity just gets jacked up through the roof. It's like 100% humidity, and it's 100 degrees, and you're standing there in this parking lot. It's like if you go to a lunch meeting, you know, the walk from the front door to your car, you need to go home and take a shower because you're just sweating so bad. It is not pleasant. And you're sitting there in your car waiting for your car to cool off because, of course, your car is now 100 degrees. And you're thinking, I want to go on vacation anywhere but here. So where do you want to go? Because anywhere but here is not a destination. And I hear that from a lot of real estate investors. I hear, I really like my job, or I don't like my job, but I'd like to do real estate full time. Well, what do you want to do? I just want to buy some houses. Okay, well, what does that mean? What's the goal here? Do we want to buy 2 houses, or do we want to buy 10 houses? Do we want to buy 100? What kind of margins do we want? Do you want to do buy and hold? Do you want to wholesale? I have spent, personally, so much money and time in real estate education. And nobody ever asked me the question, when I paid for all these coaches, all this mentoring, nobody ever sat down and said, hey man, what are you trying to do? And I'll tell you why that question's important. If you've got a coach, if you've got a mentor, and they're not asking you that question, are they really providing the most value to you? Because they may not even be able to help you.
1 minute.
You know, if you've got somebody, I'll give you a good example. If I've got somebody that says, oh man, Jason, I went to your weekend retreat. I've seen you speak at a bunch of events, listen to you on the radio, watch you on YouTube, love your car videos you do on Facebook. But I really want to trade on the foreign exchange market. Yeah, I know nothing about that. I mean, I know what I read in the paper, but I don't know anything about that. I really want to get into derivatives trading. Yeah, sorry, wrong guy. That's an extreme example. Or if somebody comes to me and says, hey, JB, I'd love to buy some non-performing notes and build a non-performing note portfolio. Yeah, that's not me. Call Scott Carson. He's probably the best guy in the country. Call that guy. I'm not your guy. But if you never have that conversation up front, what do you want? We can't help you down the path to get where you want to go. Got to know what you want. We get back from the break. We're going to talk more about that in Vegas. This is Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
All right. I got to make one phone call. How many minutes do I have? What, 4 minutes?
4 minutes, 4.
All right.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Join a group of hardworking investors willing to share their knowledge and experience with others. We're not just another guru-driven club. We're a community of Houston's most successful real estate investors. Discover more at richradio.org. The Realty Investment Club of Houston, the Rich Club, has taught more real estate investors than any other program in the state. Join the Rich Club and become part of the most informed community in Houston. Quickly discover your investment options. Receive the information you need to get started. Learn what it takes to avoid the pitfalls of real estate investment. You have questions? We have answers. If you're considering investments in Houston's real estate, then richradio.org is the quickest way to join the community and learn how to make money in today's market. Learn more about the education and community at richradio.org. Join our community to learn what it takes to make money in Houston. Visit richradio.org. That's RICH radio.org.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
It's estimated that 9 out of 10 individual investors fight a losing battle against the big
All right,
institutions. So what can you do about it? Hi, I'm Mary Beth Motisi, owner of Online Trading Academy here in Houston. Listen to Power Trading Hour to learn how the markets really work and how to think and act like the professionals. Call us at 281-820-8905 to register
Yes,
for
I
our
made it back
complimentary half-day
alive.
class. Find out more at HoustonOTA.com and listen to Power Trading Hour weekdays at 2
Hey, Chad,
p.m.
I just got the
on Business
pictures from the
1110
brewery event,
KTEK.
and
Real estate
I'm
investors,
going to post all that
if
stuff
you're
on the
not
Fortune
familiar
Builders
with
Forum
Quest
and on my
IRA,
personal page
let
here
me
in a
tell
little
you
bit.
what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
When you need to keep a
30
business
seconds.
running,
Excellent,
or a
thank
school,
you.
or a bakery, or an HVAC shop, or an auto body garage, a cleaning service, a locksmith, a contractor, a property management company, a restaurant, a grocery store, a dry cleaner, a hotel, a moving company, a hospital, or pretty much anything, you want Grainger. Grainger has the products and solutions to help a growing business succeed.
All right, stand by.
Whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger's got your back. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by.
All right, hot
Grainger,
mics in
for the
5,
ones who get it
4,
done.
This
3,
is Business 1110.
2, 1.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. For those of y'all that were in Vegas this weekend, we hosted a little event on, what was that, Saturday night? That was a heck of a lot of fun. I just got the pictures back from the photographer. I was going through them. I'll post them up on my personal page today so you guys can take a look at those. I got to tell you how fun that event was to put together. So a buddy of ours, Chad, last year when we were at Ignite, he said, hey, why don't we get together and do like a dinner thing? You know, just hang out and talk, you know, shop and all that. And I said, sure. I said, I'd love to go to this place, but I mean, I really don't want to organize it, and not because I don't think I can. I'm just lazy. That's really what it comes down to. I'm not good at organizing some of this stuff. So he said, no, I'll do it, and just let me know where we want to go and what time. So he does a whole bunch of work, gets it all set up. There were 60 or 80 people there last year. It was really fun. We had it at, I think, Craft, if I remember that's the name of the place, which is a draft brewery or craft beer joint in one of the casinos. So this year, I was looking through where could we go, and there's a brewery that's 5 or 10 miles from the Strip, so about 20 miles away, which is kind of nice because sometimes you get in these casinos and you get in some of these restaurants and there's so many people and it's so loud, and you know it's like the typical Vegas party stuff, and you just got to be, you know. And I think we were doing a little bit later this year, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it starts getting loud and all that. So anyways, found this brewery, and so I said, Chad, we gotta go here. He goes, okay, cool. So he puts a post in the forum, and I figured it'd be like last year, 50, 60 people would show up, no problem. Well, by about Friday evening, we're going through Facebook, and just the number of comments alone were about 200 to 300. And all of those comments were RSVPs with multiple people. So we probably had 500 RSVPs, maybe 400, somewhere around there. So as I'm flying into Vegas, he's going back and forth with the brewery, and they said, hey, if you guys want, you can rent the whole thing out. It's available. So we rented the whole brewery out, and then Chad and another person that was at the event, Tony, actually rented out a bus to get folks from the hotel to the brewery. And it was a great night. If we were to guess, there were somewhere between maybe 500 and 600 people there. It was a really fun event. It was a great venue too. It's a newer location. Tons of networking. Absolutely tons of networking. It wasn't so loud that you couldn't do it, but it was still a really lively atmosphere. The weather was perfect, so we had a bunch of people outside. Just a really great event. I know some deals got done there. I saw some private money that got raised. We got to answer a lot of questions. It was just a fantastic event. We had an absolute blast. So I want to go back to. So in any case, I'll put some of those pictures on my Facebook page. You guys can take a look at them. Really fun event. Just a good weekend overall. But I want to go back to one of the biggest challenges that I see in real estate and what I saw this weekend with a lot of new investors. And it's not so much the technical part of the transaction. I know a lot of people get wrapped up, and it makes a lot of sense. When you're brand new, you're like, how do I buy a house? How do I put it under contract? What do the documents look like? Is there a portal I can sign on to where I can download all this stuff? You know, where's the information on the nuts and bolts of real estate? And when I started in real estate, I was looking for the same thing. You know, how do I find how to write a contract? What's the marketing piece need to look like? How do I track my piece of marketing? All that stuff, what I like to call the technical part of the business. That's when you're first starting out, you're kind of trying to figure that out. And when you first get in, that sounds really difficult because it's new. But after you do a couple of deals, after you spend a little bit of money in marketing, after you start taking some calls, making offers, it really is lather, rinse, repeat at that point. That's the easy part of this business. The hardest part of this business, and where I see most failures happen once people start, I want to give you guys this little secret. Most people pay a lot of money for real estate education and never get started. Most folks pay a lot of money for real estate education and never get started. A significant portion of them never get started. I don't know if it's 80%. I don't know if it's 50%. I just know it's a significant majority of people start taking classes in real estate, start paying for mentor and coaching, and they never do anything. So of the folks that actually start doing something in real estate, most are not successful because they can't answer a simple question. It's a simple question to ask. It's a lot harder to answer. What do you want? And I'll tell you the problem with some of the answers. The answers can't be, oh, I just want to make money in real estate. Well, everybody wants to make money. Or I want to help people. That's another one I hear. I want to help people. Okay, great. But everybody wants to help people make money. So what are you really trying to do here? Well, I want to buy 100 houses in a year. Okay. I can tell you how to do that because we've done it. And this is how we did it. And oh, by the way, here's how I think you could do it a couple of different ways. Well, I want to buy 1,000 houses in a year. Well, I haven't done that. Or I want to buy, or I'm having some problems. My business isn't really going anywhere, and I want to buy 5 houses this year. Oh, well, that's not, let's talk about what you've done. 5 houses is a totally attainable goal. When we talk about how many houses you want to buy, what do you think that next question I'm going to ask is? How much what? Marketing have you done? What's the marketing plan look like? How many hours have we spent doing actual marketing? How many widgets, how many pieces of mail, how many billboards you put out, how many signs you put out? How many calls have you gotten? How many leads do you have? How many appointments have you been on? How many sellers have you made offers to? How many properties you have under contract? It's that simple. It is literally that simple. Before I got into real estate, my job was putting numbers in boxes. That's all I did. 15 years, put numbers in boxes. What do the numbers tell you in those boxes? They tell you everything. They tell me how committed you are to this business, how serious you take it. They tell me the activities you're undertaking in your business. And they also tell me the results of those activities. I don't know how anyone could possibly help anyone else in any business without having metrics. It's impossible. We'll get folks that come to us and say, hey, Jason, can you help me out with my real estate business? Well, I don't know. I mean, what's going on? Well, I make offers and don't buy any houses. Okay. Well, I know nothing of that. And you know what's amazing to me is and it didn't happen this weekend, but when I've been at other real estate events, there'll be me and a couple other folks sitting there just chatting, gossiping about what's going on in real estate. And we'll get a newer investor that walks up and says, yeah, man, I'm making all these offers and I'm not getting any deals. And somebody will say, well, you need to do this and this and this. And I'm like, and then somebody else will say, well, you need to do this and that. And I'm like, well, wait a second. Let's back up a second. First, what do you want? Because we need to back way up. When I did the Q&A for the panel this weekend, and I like how Bob runs his panels, because we did about 30, 45 minutes of kind of canned questions just to get the panel started. And then we did over an hour of strict Q&A. I love the Q&A.
2 minutes.
When someone asks a question, it's amazing to me to watch everyone that wants to jump into the technical details of the business. And I want to back way up. One of my favorite questions this weekend was a young lady who said, hey, I live in the Bay Area, but I want to do deals in Indy because the Bay Area is too expensive and too competitive. And it started one end of the panel, and everyone started, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, this is how you work, in a distal location. This is how you start a business that's not located in that same city. My first question was, why aren't you doing stuff in the Bay Area?
1 minute.
Oh, well, it's too expensive, and it's too competitive. And I told everybody in the audience there, I said, I want you guys to understand this. That is a mind block. It's an excuse. All markets are competitive. There's no secret honey hole of deals out there. Everything is competitive. And the price really doesn't matter, but that's kind of a whole separate discussion, particularly when you're raising capital to do deals. Every market's crazy competitive right now. But then I'd also back up and say, hey, what do you want? We get back from the break. We'll talk more about metrics. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion
Hey, Jay, we got a
in
caller.
retirement accounts in the U.S.?
It's Chad
Imagine
from,
if you could
Chad
use
from
someone's
Kansas
IRA
City.
All right.
to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Join a group of hardworking investors willing to share their knowledge and experience with others. We're not just another guru-driven club. We're a community of Houston's most successful real estate investors. Discover more at richradio.org. The Realty Investment Club of Houston, the Rich Club, has taught more real estate investors than any other program in the state. Join the Rich Club and become part of the most informed community in Houston. Quickly discover your investment options. Receive the information you need to get started. Learn what it takes to avoid the pitfalls of real estate investment. You have questions? We have answers. If you're considering investments in Houston's real estate, then richradio.org is the quickest way to join the community and learn how to make money in today's market. Learn more about the education and community at richradio.org. Join our community to learn what it takes to make money in Houston. Visit richradio.org. That's RICH radio.org.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
Hello, Radioland listeners. This is Ron Klinger, host of the Unleashed Radio Hour. Are you looking for fresh, uplifting, and engaging content that can help bring out the best of you and your organization? Do you want to unleash your potential and the potential of those around you? Well, join me each Thursday on Business 1110 KTEK for the Unleashed Radio Hour, where we tackle the everyday challenges to effectively managing and growing your career and business.
Join Ron Klinger for the Unleashed Radio Hour every Thursday afternoon at 3 on Business 1110 KTEK.
Tax issues and problems don't start and stop on April 15th. If you run a business, have been audited, have tax debt, or are overwhelmed keeping up with new tax law, call the experts at Taxation Solutions. Taxation Solutions can represent you for tax relief, negotiate settlements with the IRS, improve your business profits, and structure your taxes to the lowest legally allowed level.
Don't forget Chad from
Schedule
Kansas
a free
City.
consultation today. Call 832-529-2400 or visit taxationsolutions.net.
Join the Taxation Solutions Show
stand by.
Wednesdays at 1 on Business
Hot
1110
mics
KTEK.
in 5,
This is
4,
Business 1110.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. If you want to give us a call, 713-785-1817. If you want to get on our buyers list, properties, text properties to 95577. We got Chad on the line from Kansas City. What's going on, man?
Yeah, hey, Jason, I'm actually calling from Vegas. I'm still here.
Oh, you're kidding. What'd you miss your plane?
Oh, man, you know, you guys are a bunch of party animals. Keep me out till 4 a.m. I'm not used to this stuff.
We were networking the whole time. It was networking.
Yeah, that was some networking on, I don't know, rocket fuel.
Yeah, it was
something.
Crazy. It was something else, that's for sure. So who's running the business if you're still in Vegas?
Well, I've got Denise back there in the office. She's keeping an eye on everything, so she's making sure all of our closings are in line and everything like that. So,
okay, good deal. So what can I do for you today? You just calling in to chat, or you got a question?
No, I just wanted to add my 2 cents on what you're telling them. You didn't tell them we sold out the food truck. They ran out of some of the beer. They didn't believe us that we were going to have that many people out there, I don't think.
Yeah, it was it was a lot of fun. It was literally let's see how fast we can organize this thing in a short 24-hour period. So it was
well, we didn't. I don't remember. We made the decision on where we were going and what we were doing. I think it was Thursday or Friday. I forget what day. And it was like 24 less than 48 hours we had.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's kind of wild to watch this thing grow. Like our private lender summit that we're going to kick back up in January. When we first started that event, it was Brent and I thought, hey, if 30 or 40 people showed up, it'd be great. Well, we've done it 3 or 4 times now, and the last time we did it at a hotel, it was 300 people that showed up. And I think that's a testament to what people are looking for, right? They're looking for alternative investments outside the kind of traditional capital markets. They're looking for information from people who are really doing real estate in a big way. And I think, and this probably... You might feel the same way. It's amazing to me how many people are in this business that kind of do it, but that there's not a whole lot of people that really take it to the next level. And there were a whole bunch of those folks at the event this weekend.
Well, I think next time we need a turnstile at the door, or when somebody stand over the clicker counter or something like that, so we can keep track of how many actually came, because that was nice. But, last year we did this, there were 60 people, like you said, and last year a lot of people were like, well, I didn't know who you were, and I didn't know, if I wanted to go, I didn't know what it was going to be. And so, I thought maybe if I threw your name out there last year, I thought, well, there'll be a bunch of people show up.
Yeah.
60 is pretty good. And then, so this year, they said, well, now we knew who you were, and we saw the pictures from last year, and then we missed out last year, and we didn't want to miss out this year. And then, we went last year, and it was a lot of fun, and we're never going to miss this again. So, yeah, I don't know what would happen if we do it again next year, but
yeah, that's what
people. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll probably have to figure something out, because the problem is if they get too big, right? When you start putting more than 1,000 people in a room for a networking event, it just gets so loud and rowdy, and you only have so many places. That's the other thing we're finding out. For our right now, we haven't shared too much of this on the radio, but we're looking for space for Right Path Real Estate. And when you get into 1,000+ people at an event, it's only the big event centers that can really hold that many people. And we did our private lender summit, the last one that we did at a hotel, which I think was like June or July. That event, they ran out of parking at the hotel. So some of these hotel ballrooms, they've got enough people that you can put them in there, but they just don't have enough parking. So it just starts getting so big. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate the call, Chad, and I'll put pictures up here on the Facebook page in a little bit. But appreciate the call. And you need to go back to KC, man. You got a business to run.
Yeah, I'm supposed to leave here in a few hours, so I don't like leaving the night of. I don't ever know who I'm going to connect with, what I'm going to want to do after the event, and it's kind of hard if you're getting a flight at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Well, you're getting back at 1 a.m. I'm already too. You probably did that last night, didn't you?
Yeah. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'll tell you what. Next year we're going to go ahead and do the after conference drive up to the Hoover Dam. A bunch of guys rented exotic cars yesterday and drove up to the Hoover Dam, and if I had known about that, I would have totally bumped my flight and gone with them. So we're going to do that next year for sure.
Yeah, we got to. Let's thank Andrea too. She helped a little bit this year as well. She drove me over to the brewery to check it out, and she remembered half the stuff they were talking about, so I could make sure I posted something intelligent.
Yeah, it's
thanks, Andrea.
I think we're going to need a committee next year to plan the whole thing.
Next year we're going to do tickets, free tickets. That way we can keep track of how many people come.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
An Eventbrite or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
All right, thanks. Bye.
So great weekend this past weekend. So we talked all about the event last weekend. You're probably wondering, hey, Jason, where can I see you and Tom next? And that would be Tuesday night. We're doing an event with Noble Mortgage at Local Poor here in Houston. Inside the Loop starts at 5:30. If you go to noblemoney.com, please sign up. This place cannot hold 1,000 people, I can tell you that. So noblemoney.com. Event is free. Networking, we're going to be, there's going to be a whole bunch of folks there. We'll be there, a bunch of other investors. Of course, Daryl's going to talk about hard money and temp to perm loans and all that stuff. It'll be a really fun event. Noblemoney.com. You sign up through their website. Again, that's at Local Poor, starting at 5:30, which is inside the Loop. I don't think I've been there before. I know Tom has. So Tom and I will both be there. It'll be a heck of a lot of fun. So just go to noblemoney.com and sign up there. So let me go back to the premise of the show, and that is, what do you want? You can spend a whole lot of time, a whole lot of money doing a whole lot of stuff that doesn't get you where you want to go. Hey, Jason, I want to go on vacation. Great. Where do you want to go? I don't know, anywhere but here. That answer doesn't work. It's hard to, I had to get to Vegas this weekend. So I didn't show up at the Southwest Airlines ticket counter and say, hey, I want to go anywhere but Houston. And they would say, because the folks at Southwest are kind of smart, they'll say, well, you're at an airport, so if you leave here, you will end up anywhere but here. But we got flights leaving like every 5 minutes. So where exactly do you want to go? Well, I don't know, but anywhere but here. Well, that doesn't work. Anywhere but here is not a destination. That's why the name of our group is Right Path Real Estate. You get to pick the destination. We're going to help you with the path. You can go anywhere. You can do owner finance of 10 paid off notes in a handful of years. You can do 10 rental properties in a year and retire yourself. You can build 100 house a year flipping business. But you've got to know, what is it that I want? What am I trying to accomplish here? I want to tell you why that's so important. This is not easy. There are going to be times in your business that you are going to question your sanity. You're going to have a tenant, even you landlords out there, you're going to have a tenant issue. Even you private money lenders, you're going to have a problem with a borrower. There's going to be those things that are going to be challenges. Can you overcome those? Absolutely. However, what keeps you motivated is what you're trying to achieve. That's why I just want to make some money, or I just want to help people without any specific goals around that. Doesn't make any sense. And here's how I can tell the result of that kind of mindset. I go out and network with a lot of people, and I say, hey, what do you do? If you guys remember the networking, I had Cameron in the studio, my oldest son, who's 9, and we were talking about networking. How do you network? We call them pleased to meet yous in our house. And you put out your hand, you say, my name is Cameron Bible. Pleased to meet you. What is your name? And then the next question is, what do you do in real estate? And I run into so many people that say, oh, well, I've been in real estate 20 years. And I think, oh my gosh, this is going to be a wild story. My favorite are those folks that have been doing real estate a long time, because then we don't talk about how much money we've made or our favorite deals. We start sharing the wildest stories. Who's got the craziest stories? That's why Chad had mentioned it. That's why we were up till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's trading the wildest stories, especially when you get 5 or 6 folks, at the table that have done like 1,000 houses between all of them, and especially in different markets. Who's got the craziest story? That's usually the barometer. That's the metric. But I run into a lot of people who are like, I've been doing this 20 years. Great. What do you do? Well, I do some wholesale deals. I do some owner finance. And then sometimes I flip houses. And then sometimes I rent them. And you look at their portfolio and it lacks any focus. And because it lacks that focus, their portfolio is a mess. They really don't own anything. I mean, they own a couple of things. But over a 10 or 20 year period, they ought to be more successful than that. And the sad thing is, they're of the mindset of anywhere but here. But anywhere but here doesn't get you anywhere.
1 minute.
Anywhere but here, you're still in the same place. Anywhere but here is a pipe dream. You need a specific goal so we can put a strategy and a plan in place. And then we can sit down and say, all right, how much do we need to do in marketing? How many offers do we need to make? How many houses do we need to buy? Tonight in our mastermind group, I'm heading up the mastermind group tonight. And that's what I'm going to start the class off with, the mastermind discussion. All right, guys. I'm going to draw the table on the board, on the whiteboard. Who wants to go first? What have you done the last 2 weeks? We get back from the break. We'll talk more about it. This is Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
The Realty Investment Club of Houston has taught more real estate investors than any other program in the state. Come check us out at richradio.org.
Uh-oh.
richradio.org is the quickest way to learn how to make money in the Houston market. We're not just another guru-driven club. We're a community of Houston's most successful real estate investors. Join our community to learn what it takes to make money in Houston. Visit richradio.org. That's R-I-C-H, radio.org.
Rehab loans, conventional loans, FHA, and no-income documentation loans can seem scary unless you have the right mortgage company to guide you through the process. Since 2003, Noble Mortgage has been helping investors just like you. Whether rehabbing houses, buying your first home, rental, or commercial property, Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing. Call Noble Mortgage at 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab. We manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 5 years, Fast Track has completed over 500 projects, which has helped us create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Recently, we talked to people at a Lucia Capital Group Retirement Strategies Workshop about concerns they have related to retirement.
I am concerned about another market crash.
I think inflation is always a concern.
How to make our money last.
Concern that I have is that I'm not going to have enough money for retirement.
Retirement in today's economy is one of America's greatest challenges, especially if you have to make decisions on your own, and you may live 30 years or more in retirement. If you're worried about outliving your money, inflation, and stock market volatility, discuss retirement strategies designed for these uncertain times. Get a written plan customized by an experienced retirement planning strategist.
Okay.
You can schedule a consultation with an advisor now by calling 800-644-1150, 800-644-1150, or click Contact Us at LuciaCap.com. That's LuciaCap.com. Securities offered through Lucia Securities LLC, member FINRA SIPC, a subsidiary of Lucia Capital Group and affiliate of Lucia Wealth Services. The strategy involves investment subject to risk.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
NMLS RJ, hot mics in 5,
This is
4,
Business 1110.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. If you got any questions, 713-785-1817. We're also live on Facebook. You can watch us there. You can also get on our buyers list. You're going to buy some investment properties. Text properties to 95577. Got a couple questions here on Facebook. Go through them real quick. Let's see here. JC says, when you analyze a deal, what are all the key factors needed to say yes? This is the one. Depends on what we're doing with the deal, but The reality is we buy it based on a number that works for us. So we take a look at the comps. What's the house worth when it's all fixed up? About 90% of the houses we buy all need some rehab. So what's it worth when it's all fixed up? How much work does it need? And can I get a price that makes sense? Because we got to be able to make a little bit of money on it. So really it's just those three things: sales price, what it's worth when it's fixed up, how much does it need in rehab. And then, what does that number look like? It really depends on the deal. If it's in a neighborhood that's, it's got a year's worth of houses and inventory on the market, and you're seeing days on market creep up, we're obviously going to pay less for that than something that we could sell in 7 days once it's on the market. We also do some rental properties. So in rental properties, we're looking for a certain return, and that's different depending on who the investor is. Let's see if there's any more questions. I think that's it for right now. So when you start in this business, the question is, what do you want? You start with the what do you want, then everything else gets a little bit easier. I want to buy 10 houses this year. Great. How much marketing do you need to do to buy 10 houses? 400 to 600 hours or $30,000 to $50,000 in marketing. I hear people, they go, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money, Jason. That's a lot of time. Median home price in Houston right now is $200,000. 10 houses, it's $2 million, right? You should be making about 20% on those deals, between 10 and 20%.
2 minutes.
So that means you'll make net revenue between $200,000 and $400,000. So are you willing to work 40 to 60 hours a deal? Are you willing to work 40 to 60 hours to make $20,000? That's really what it comes down to, $20,000 to $40,000. Or are you willing to spend $3,000 to $5,000 in marketing to make $20,000 to $40,000? That's really what it comes down to. That's how the business operates. Now, I get a lot of people that tell me, well, I just want to buy some rental properties, but I don't want to do the rehabbing. I don't want to deal with wholesalers. Then just go buy any old house, cash flows, put 20% down, put it in your portfolio. Well, I don't want to spend all that money and time on marketing.
1 minute.
Oh, well, you're going to pay for it. That's the actual balance here. When someone says, oh, I don't want to pay for marketing. Yeah, you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it because you're going to be buying a deal from a wholesaler, or you're going to be paying for it just because you're going to pay so much for the property. You'll pay for it somewhere. Tom will be in studio tomorrow. Thanks for listening. This is Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
You've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Find Jason and
all right.
Tom at
Thanks a lot, Facebook guys.
You can put the fear behind you and
all right,
listen
Jay,
every
have a good day. I'll see you. I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Okay.